Guam Kingfishers, known as Sihek throughout Guam and the Marianas Islands, are tiny in both stature, measuring no more than 9 inches long, and in population size, with fewer than 150 living under expert care worldwide. But that could soon change. This year, Sihek pairs at the National Aviary, alongside zoos like Cincinnati and Disney's Animal Kingdom, delivered eggs and hatchlings to the Sihek Translocation Biosecure Facility at the Sedgwick County Zoo in Kansas. Their next stop? Palmyra Atoll, where these juvenile birds became the very first Sihek to live in the wild in more than 4 decades. Let's back up a bit in this journey. As a senior aviculturist in charge of incubating the Sihek eggs in our breeding center before transferring them to the biosecure facility, I've been involved in this process every step of the way. First, in order to release birds into the wild that will thrive and grow in population, we have to replicate natural experiences for our Sihek pairs to adapt. This includes nesting boxes filled with wood chips and leaves, then sealed with cork, so Sihek pairs can mimic the nest building process their offspring will continue in the wild. One National Aviary Sihek pair lives in a public-facing habitat. In April, the pair laid 2 eggs, but unfortunately, neither made it to the hatching stage. However, a few weeks later, Cincinnati Zoo brought us a viable egg that needed to incubate and hatch, with a little help from our staff, in our quarantine space, before being flown to Kansas, with me along for the ride. DNA tests determined this special little chick to be a boy, and we were given the honor of choosing his Chamorro name from a list submitted by the people living in Guam and the northern Marianas Islands. We chose Sindaloo, meaning warrior. Sindaloo and I traveled by Delta Airlines from the Pittsburgh International Airport to the Sedgwick County Zoo. Everyone we met along the way was delighted to be part of this important conservation story. Sindaloo even received a set of personalized pilot's wings to commemorate the occasion. That quick Kansas trip was not my last. In June, our public-facing pair laid 2 more eggs, who, after hatching, shared an incubator and an airplane seat on another Delta Airlines flight to join several other chicks at Sedgwick. DNA tests revealed the larger chick to be female, named Langit, meaning heaven or sky in the Chamorro language, while the other is a male named Mames, meaning sweet. All 3 aviary hatchlings continue to be raised at the Sedgwick County facility by trusted caregivers from 9 different zoological facilities. When the chicks were old enough, they passed a variety of stringent health tests to be cleared to be 3 of the 9 Sihek who will live in the wild on the Pacific island of Palmyra Atoll, a momentous occasion we have now arrived at. The 4 females and 5 males traveled 4,600 miles to their new home, where they will spend the next few weeks acclimating in temporary aviaries built in their new forest home. Their care team will continue to monitor them until they're ready for that next big step, release, making them the first wild population of Sihek in almost 40 years. An achievement made possible through the support of the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, more than 24 zoological organizations, and the caring visitors, members, and donors who support them, people like you.